Good evening, Milton. This is Tina D'Aversa, your Milton City Councilwoman living in District 5. Since 1998, I've served our community tirelessly as a volunteer, a citizen, a business leader, and now a teacher. For the last 3 years, I have served as your Milton City Councilperson, serving from District 5. In 2006, I provided my clear vision of Milton, preserving your equestrian heritage and diverse lifestyles, managing and funding appropriate growth. Please read all about my voting record and credentials on tinadiaversa.com. I have listened to you, and my vision is the same in 2009 as the day I came to Milton. With your support and vote on November 3rd, 2009, I will continue to lead in a manner that is consistent with the vision of our citizens, controlled and appropriate growth, preserving our unique Milton, while developing a community where we can live, go to school, work, and play. Personally, I am just like you. We have a very diverse population in Milton. It takes a person like me with a strong education and 20 years of business leadership to understand that diversity. I live with you, I teach your children, and I have worked tirelessly to preserve your community, your lifestyle, and to protect your money. I live in Milton. I'm a property owner, and I have worked in Milton as a school teacher and a college adjunct professor. I served my faith at St. Thomas Aquinas Church on Rucker Road in Alpharetta, just a stone's throw from Milton. My sons go to school at Fulton County Schools in Milton, and they play sports in Milton at Bell Memorial Park. I am dedicated to your family, I'm dedicated to my family, and I'm dedicated to Milton. I want your vote on November 3rd, 2009. Re-elect Tina D'Aversa to the Milton City Council. Thank you.
Hey folks, Tim Enlow here today with All About Milton. Today we're sitting with District 5 candidate Tina D'Aversa. Tina, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me, Tim.
As everyone knows, we always have 3 questions. These are the same 3 questions for all the candidates. The candidates have not been given these questions prior, so today is Tina's day. And Tina, the first question is, with the Fulton County growth projections for Milton, how do you see Milton absorbing the population growth, service demands, and infrastructure needs to accommodate that growth?
Well, that's a great question. We're discussing this on a weekly basis with the City Council now because we are in the throes of our budget approval process for next year, and we are in the throes of our comprehensive planning as well as transportation planning going out for many years, and so we're looking at all that growth in population. I'm not certain that we're going to see the tremendous growth that ARC is projecting. However, I do think we're going to have a lot of growth because people want to move to Milton. Quite frankly, I think we're going to be fine as far as revenues. I think there are alternatives to tax increases that we haven't explored yet, but we're beginning to. We're beginning to bring on those types of staff members that will write articulate grants and will search for new grants for us. We're going to be bringing on a Parks Authority and other authorities that will be revenue-producing bodies in and of themselves that are afforded through our charter. And I think we're going to be fine. I know you probably want specifics, but we're really in the throes of making those decisions now, and I feel quite confident that we're going to have no problem with our revenues in the future. We've got a tremendous opportunity on Highway 9 to develop appropriately. We've got to make it a destination. We've got to redevelop Highway 9, and I think there's going to be a lot of money invested in Highway 9 in the coming months and years. We're looking forward to the opportunity to review Arnold Mill and to do some appropriate redesign and changes there on Arnold Mill. So, yeah, I feel very confident in what we're going to be doing with the population growth, and that we'll have the revenue to fulfill the infrastructure, to provide services without tremendously taxing ourselves and without increasing taxes.
Okay, great. Second question, what is your vision of Milton in 5, 10, and 15 years?
5, 10, and 15 years. Well, I just did an intro for you on for Access Milton, and I said that my vision in 2006 was the same vision that I have today. My vision in 5 years, 10 years, and 15 years will be the same, and it is simply this, that we will preserve the equestrian heritage, we will preserve the diversity of lifestyles while developing appropriately within the city of Milton. I mean, that vision alone, I said to somebody the other day, as long as you follow the 10 Commandments, you can't go wrong. If we will follow that vision and adhere to that vision, we cannot go wrong in the city of Milton. The citizens want that vision fulfilled, and as long as I'm here, I'm going to make sure that it is.
Okay, great. Final question. Why are you a better choice than your opponent?
Well, that's an interesting question. I don't know my opponent very well. We've had a couple of conversations verbally, one on the telephone, one in person recently. We've not talked specifics. I know that he lives in District 5 in the Crooked Creek subdivision. I don't know a whole lot else about him other than he's a businessman. I believe that I'm the better candidate because I have adhered to the vision that Milton citizens want us to fulfill. Milton citizens have a loud voice, and I sit and I listen because I'm one of them. This is a very diverse community, especially here in District 5 and District 6. And I'm here, I live with the diverse population. I teach the children of District 5 and District 6. I've worked here for many, many years, worked here, not just lived here and worked somewhere else, but worked here. I know the schools, I know the infrastructure, I know the businesses, and my voting record on City Council speaks for itself. I have always maintained a vote and made decisions that would adhere and fulfill that vision. And again, just like we said about the 10 Commandments, if you go back to that vision and make sure that you're fulfilling it every day, every week, every month, every year with everything that we do, then we're going to be fine. So I think that's why I'm the better candidate. You know, my credentials, my background, my experience speaks for itself. Again, I don't know very much about my opponent, but from a perspective of me versus him, I'd say that if you look at my background, my experience, that you vote for Tina D'Aversa.
Okay, great. Tina, we would like to thank you for coming today. We appreciate it.
As always.
Of course. And if you could just share with folks the best way to reach you, your website, things of that nature, if they have any questions for you.
Awesome. That's perfect. My website is Tina D'Aversa. It's TINADAVERSA.com. My mobile telephone number is 678-457-0677. As I said, I teach during the day, teach some college classes at night, but I'm pretty accessible. I'd venture to say that I've never missed the opportunity to return a call. So please contact me either via email at tdeversa@bellsouth.net, via my website, or via my mobile number. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.